Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we're the Office Blokes.
Yes, we are.
It's true. We've got a Patreon page that Office Bloke Mike is going to tell you all about.
Yeah, go and have a look at patreon.com. If you put in Office Blokes React, you'll get a load of block content down there, exclusive videos. We've got exclusive podcast every week as well. Come out every Friday for all you patrons.
Exclusivity, Mike.
Yeah.
A lot of exclusive stuff.
There's a lot of exclusive stuff there. There really is. Yeah, tiers start at just £1.50. So if you fancy supporting the channel, it'd be absolutely amazing. So go down there and have a look, check it out.
Yeah. There you go. Bada bing.
That's all you need to know.
Right then, how I broke the record for the longest kill.
Right.
I think
it's a sniper.
Yeah.
Right. Longest, right.
May have seen this or seen a clip of it or something.
I've read the story, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
He looks familiar to me.
Yeah.
But I've watched a few of these, the Lad Bible ones where someone sits down and you've got like old veteran talking to a young veteran and things like that. They do really good, sort of really compelling 10, 15 minute long things like this.
I had a meeting with Lad Bible once. Did I tell you?
It was at the old office, wasn't it?
No, it was in town, in a bar in town. And,
Right.
Just two lads just rocked up. Fucking 15 years old they looked.
I remember you saying.
My mate he was trying to do a movie of his life, sort of thing. He was a veteran.
Right.
Trying to do a movie, and Lad Bible we wanted to discuss it with him first. And these two lads turned up and went, "That's them there." They went, "No way, they're kids." I went, "That's fucking them, I bet you."
Yeah.
Anyway, it was them.
Wow.
One was about 24 or something, and the other one said he was like, he looked about 10.
Who were the ones that came to our old office? Because I'm sure.
Yeah, that's where I went. They met me at the old office, and I went.
Right. Yeah. So I remember seeing him.
Yeah.
Nice. Right then, how I broke the record, the world record for the longest kill. Let's do it.
I looked up and I could see two guys with a PKM belt-fed Russian machine gun, and they were hammering down on the lads. My rifle only shoots 1,500 meters, so I call it lob in. I lobbed the bullet in.
He looks like a unit as well, doesn't he?
Just a bit.
Can
Can you remember the first mission you were sent on?
Yeah, I can. It was in Iraq. We were in the Maysan Desert, and the Maysan Desert is a vast, vast place, and it's desolate. We were getting scouted by a motorbike, and every time we saw this motorbike, loads of mortars were coming. The artillery and the mortars were getting pretty damn close, and then I got the green light to take the target out. I saw he was on a motorbike. The hardest bit about the shot was heat shimmer, because if you ever see somebody walking in the desert, they look really tall, and as they come towards you, they shrink to their normal size. So he was 675 yards away. I shot, missed my first shot. Second shot, I got him, and then I had to go up to the body to see if if he was, dead. And I remember walking up to the body. The motorbike, the throttle was stuck in the sand, and the bike was revving, had an AK strapped to it, and the guy was on the floor, and he passed away. I'd shot him here. Weird feeling. You feel like you're in trouble. You feel, I've just killed someone. I feel in trouble, and that feeling never left you. When I got back to the vehicles, we bagged and tagged the guy. He had loads of int on him. He had been following us for days and days. But people are thanking you, going, "Oh yeah, good shot," tapping your shoulders, "Good shot, good, good mission there, Craig, well done." But you just killed someone, and it took easy a week to realise that no one's going to tap on my shoulder and go, "Can we have a quick word? You've done something wrong," But strange feeling.
It's crazy, that, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you're signing up, that's your job, to take people out.
Yeah.
Basically, and he's sat there looking at the guy. The guy's alive. obviously the guy's up to no good, collecting intel on our soldiers, sort of thing. And it's one thing you got to do.
You sort of think, professionals like that, you think they wouldn't bat an eyeld, they just do it, but it just shows
still
human
day.
beings, aren't they? At the end of the day, it's for a guy like that for it to take a week for him to sort of get over it, I suppose, if you like. It's that's obviously a huge thing, isn't it? Taking a human life, no matter what sort of like position you're in or what situation, even if it is a war.
I've heard other snipers sort of interviews with them and read books and stuff where they've said there's like an intimacy about it, because you can be looking someone in the eye even though you're really far away. You see the facial expression, you can see they're alive 1 minute and they're dead the next, and it's like it's not the same as necessarily like running over the top and like a firefight.
Yeah, like a scattergun thing. It's sort of like pretty.
The thing is, he's taking out someone there who's using he's using himself, the guy on the bike, he's using himself as a marker for where they're dropping the mortars in. So killing one person could have saved 20, 30
of course,
So
hugely.
Not debating the sort of ethical side of it with this. It's just I can imagine that anyone would feel the same way. You're like, unless you're a psycho, you'd be waiting to get locked up and arrested for it.
Of course.
Yeah.
You said snipers work in pairs.
Yes, they do, yeah.
Can you explain that for me?
You have one and a number two. Now, number two is usually the best sniper, because he'll work out all your calculations, he'll work out all the wind, everything you need to know for your scope. And basically then he will tell you to put it in, and all you got to do is pull the trigger. The number one is probably the best shooter. We got to understand then that sniping is not all about shooting and killing. The first job of a sniper is to gather lifetime information of the battlefield. So I'd look for my scope, I'd see a bloke come out of his compound with a lady, and I would make up a story, say, there's Limpy John with his wife. And it keeps your mind occupied, and you goes, let's see what Beryl's doing. And then you go over to Beryl, let's see what Bob's doing. Oh yeah, there's Bob doing the same old thing, and you get to know their routine. And it's like I said, you get to know lifetime information of the battlefield. It's quite hard really, because when you do get to take the target out, you're killing Bob, and you've made a name up for him for the last 4 days, but that's the sort of thing you need to mentally switch off.
So when you said you spent, was it 4 days at least in that spot?
There for 4 days to start off with, put it that way. And I was in the same position. I used to cat nap through the day, roughly about 15 minutes through the day. You end up pissing. I dug a trough between my legs, and I had sores down here and inside my legs. Obviously, your piss is quite acidic as well, But it gets to the point where you do need a poo, and you can't really move. You can't take your eye off the glass. You've got to keep on target. You work as a pair, so you just roll over, and he helps you, basically. We'll put a little Tupperware tub under your bum, off he goes, he'll wipe you, and then you crack on with your mission. That's how important sniping is.
Possibly the least glamorous side.
I would have thought it always sounds like quite a glamorous thing, being a sniper and that, but me just shows
my mate Mark,
nowhere near it.
That's what Mark did as a job in the military.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He used to sit in the woods for like fucking weeks on end.
Yeah.
Just watching people and making, like he said, they're making all the notes that people needed.
Yeah.
And he was always there if ever needed to take anyone out.
Hugely important job though, isn't it? Like I say, it's not just taking people out, it's gaining your intelligence, isn't it, that can save your guys' lives.
I think it's a deterrent as well. If you've got like 50 guys on foot that are wanting to take a position, and they know there's a sniper somewhere that's just dropping people when you're trying to go. It's like one guy against 50, and it's just,
they have their snipers as well, trying to locate your snipers.
Yeah, maybe in an ideal situation, where it's fair on both sides. But I'm sure realistically, it's you go over there. There's a sniper there somewhere. We'll go and find out where it is.
Such a dangerous job as well, isn't it? Because snipers are a massive target as well themselves, aren't they? When the opposition knows the sniper there, they want to take the sniper out before anything else, don't they? Because it can be a big, debilitating thing.
I think it's quite a high mortality rate, which I could be wrong. I mean, people have to let us know in the comment section that know more about that sort of stuff. But I have heard that it's like a higher mortality rate than your average, like infantry and stuff.
I don't know.
Like I said, they are a big target, aren't they?
I think
as well.
You're out behind sort of enemy lines doing more dangerous stuff, aren't you? You're more at risk, I guess.
This was early on in my last tour. We had to give overwatch for the Afghan army to move into this village. Now, the Afghan army were a mixture of British soldiers helping them train. So this was just a mission to go into this village to move insurgents out. My officer was there, and he could see that in the village itself was just full of insurgents, absolutely full of them. And he warned the patrols walking into a kill zone. Now, a kill zone is where it's easy to kill you. Basically, it's a zone of land where it's open, you've got nothing to hide, or nowhere to hide, so I say, and then they can just mow you down, and that's the kill zone. And they moved into this kill zone, and they got opened up on. And I could see a flicker in the distance, and I couldn't work out what it was. Anyway, I got my scope on to the flicker, and it was an insurgent with a radio. And the flicker was the antenna. As I was looking at the lads in the vehicle, see if they were getting out, because no shots were getting fired, I could see random splashes happening, and I was wondering what they were. And I was looking everywhere that I engaged a target. I was looking, couldn't find anything. The only place I didn't look is where I saw the guy with the radio, and I looked up and I could see two guys with a PKM belt-fed Russian machine gun, and they were hammering down on the lads, and it was a long way. It was 2,475 metres away, which is just over a mile and a half. Now, my rifle only shoots 1,500 metres, so I had to, I call it lob in. I lobbed the bullet in. It took me 9 shots to get there because I was bracketing, and what bracketing is that you fire the first shot, see where it lands, add a bit more on, add a bit more on, add a bit more on until you hit it. And I managed to hit the compound wall. So I fired, and I could see it just hit next to him. So I fired again. As I fired again, he stood up, and I hit him here. He fell backwards. And then the second guy stood up, and I fired a third shot. And as I fired my third shot, I moved my rifle across, and I fired a fourth shot. So now I've got 2 bullets in the air at the same time. Third one missed, fourth one hit him, and it hit him in the side. It was 2,475 metres. Now, I didn't know I broke the world record. I didn't know at all. I didn't know until my medals parade.
Do you feel proud of that?
No, not at all. Doing my job, trying to save 12 guys. That was it.
And let's go through some of the other missions you were on. Are there any that stand out in your head as dangerous?
One mission, we were in Basra Palace, and we got to go to this place called the P-Jock, and the P-Jock basically is just run by 15 people. That's it. And it's next to a prison. And it used to get smashed every single night from 11 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning. It is the gates of hell. The gates of hell. And they're trying to release all these insurgents, all these other hierarchy Taliban from this prison. And it was our job to not let them do that. And it sort of gave the locals a bit of security as well, knowing that, you know, that soldiers were there protecting the prison as well. So there was no chance of escape. There was no chance of it getting liberated and overrun. We were on the roof on this occasion. You know, we was using the machine guns on both sides, because as soon as they hear a sniper shot, they all run off. So I told the machine guns to start firing, the Jimpies to start firing, and it masks our shots. And they came from north, they came from the south, they came from the east, they came from the west, they came from everywhere. And we got absolutely, I'm going to say it, we got absolutely smashed. We thought we were going to get overrun. So I phoned Tanya. I get a bit upset, you know, sorry. I phoned her and she answered. And I said to her, I love you, you know. And She goes, I know. She goes, what's all that noise? And I said, that's nothing. That's nothing. I said, I'll phone you in the morning. I promise you I'll phone you in the morning. Just want to hear a voice, you know. Just want to hear a voice. And we went back on the roof and, yeah, we were in the fight.
That's so compelling, isn't it? Like,
Just yeah,
literally listen to
What a guy.
listen to stories like this all
Yeah.
day. It's
it's
just,
absolutely just gripping, isn't it? You could, like I say, you don't want to pause it, really, do you?
No.
The way
It's
he's coming
different
across is absolutely amazing.
It's a
Yeah.
whole different world they live in, just to, you know, the
Just keep us
protection.
safe.
We don't know the half of
protection
it, do we?
No.
Don't know the half of it, do we?
yeah, but a lot of respect. I like trying to see the facial expressions when people are talking like this, because you just see how, like, he's this big, like, you know,
Unit.
big unit and big
Yeah.
strong guy that's done all this stuff, but then ask him about certain things and you just see the facial
Yeah.
expression
Yeah.
change. And
Yeah.
it's almost like he's back there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I speak to a few people I know who was out in like Afghanistan and Iraq and places like
Yeah.
Northern Ireland, Kosovo, and some of the stories they tell me, man, I'm just like, you know, we have everyone in the pub listening, we're all sat around just like story time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
And
surprised.
it's that time like fucking mental.
Yeah.
You know, some of the stuff they tell you.
I think
Like-
it has a massive effect on these guys as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
For a long,
Yeah.
long time. It really does.
I grew up on war documentaries and war movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's always been an interest, and then it's gone more to stuff like this as I get older, and like podcasts from military guys and stuff. And it's just
It's a great insight, this though, like you said.
Yeah,
can't
it's
stop listening to it,
amazing.
can you? When you
Yeah.
start listening to something like this.
Yeah, amazing.
Did you call your wife Tanya?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah. I didn't really tell her what was going on. We just had a little chat. I said I just had a little wobble, what's they call it? A little wobble, just wanted to hear your voice, that was all. You know, it's tough out here. And she goes, yeah, I'm always here for you. Like she is now, you know. It was like a wall got shattered. And when that wall of ice got shattered, everything that I've experienced in my tours through Bosnia, Kosovo, Iraq, Afghan, I couldn't stop it. My wife noticed it first. She noticed that there was something wrong due to my isolation, my snappiness, my depression, really, and suicidal thoughts. I'm not going to lie, I will cry later, because a lot of memories come up, you know, a lot of thoughts. I don't disguise it, you know. I'm a big advocate for PTSD, but I find I'm ashamed to have PTSD, and I'm the first one to admit it. It ruins your sex life, it ruins your home life, ruins your friends because no one wants to be around you because you're just miserable. You don't want to go out because you get so angry so quick. The army noticed it, and I got called into the MO's office, which is the medical officer's office. And then you sit there and they look at your medical records and they go, okay, stamp it, you're gone. From doing 20 odd years, it took half an hour for me to get kicked out. My I'll say it. My wife, we went to America. Stayed there for a bit, and my wife went back to England to see her mum, and I nearly shot myself. I took all the rounds out of the gun. I was practicing where to do it, where I would do it, and I put the bullet in, cocked it, put it in my mouth, and Betsy was sat on the back of the sofa. She's little Yorkshire Terrier. I used to run 10 miles a day, like 5 miles out, 5 miles back, and she used to run with me. She's 15 now, and her head tilted and tilted the other way, and I just stared at her. Yeah, I sold it, got rid of it. Saved my life. I wouldn't be here now, either sat talking to you guys or on this planet, if it wasn't for my wife and my dog. No fucking way. I would have checked out. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
Wow.
What a guy.
Wow.
The point of cock.
It's a rough one, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
But he's, like you say, it's tough what they go through, and that was what he's been through there. You know.
I think by the way the sort of discharge from the army, it sounds pretty brutal, really, doesn't it? If that seems to be like a fast sort of process, obviously they don't have a problem, and he's just sort of gone sort of thing, and he's left to deal with it sort of thing. I don't know if they put things in place these days.
I think they've got the PTSD.
I assume they do.
I think there's something in place. One of my mates suffered from it. I'm not sure what help he got from the army, but it's a real. He's right what you're saying there. People don't want to be around you.
Yeah,
because you're just like, you know what I mean? Fucking hell, like, the proper down.
Look at him, these things have to deal with.
He said the anger as well and stuff.
Yeah,
and can you imagine him just losing it?
I know.
And like,
I know.
You sat with him and he looks distant and then he's aggressive and stuff. He's a pretty scary looking guy.
Of course, absolutely.
And what he's seen and what he's been through.
Yeah.
What a guy. Absolutely brilliant.
But these guys they should get every single piece of support that's available for them, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but we
They
don't.
really should.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
They're starting to, I know they're doing it in America, but they're doing it over here as well. Sort of experiment with psychedelics and therapy for people like that.
Yeah.
So they'll be sat with a psychotherapist and then they'll take like a small dose of like MDMA or magic mushrooms or something like that.
Yeah.
And then do a therapy session mixed in with like mild hallucinations and stuff. And they think that's helping cure PTSD in a lot of cases.
Right, okay.
Weirdly enough.
It's something to watch.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It was tough,
really good
what a
insight.
guy, though, yeah, amazing guy.
You can tell, can't you? Like even just looking at him at the beginning, it's like this is gonna get darker towards the end.
Yeah, it's absolutely tough,
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
hope he's all right.
Yeah,
I hope so.
That's, of course so.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Hope you guys liked it. Don't forget like and subscribe. Hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.